Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Who's ready for race day? Need to put up the stream on my phone again because it's not working on the PC. Right, where are we? That's the one. Aloha, aloha everyone. Who's hyped for the race? It's gonna be an interesting one, to say the least. Hey Ethan, Jam, Kaz, hope you're doing well. Anyone else who's just joined the stream? What are the plans for today then in regards to what were the plans? We know what the plan is. We're watching the F1, but what is everyone's opinion on today's race? What's going to happen, you think? Verstappen win? Is it that obvious? Or will we see another shot? Why is my headset not working? You think Perez to win? I hope either Carlos or Perez wins. That'd be nice. Or someone outside of that lot. Other than, and this isn't me hating on Max, just other than Max, because he's got just such a quick car. It'd be interesting to see him come through the field, but Albon win. We can only hope, guys. We can only hope. I just hope Albon can get a decent points finish today and not fall back through the grid. He looked like he had some genuine outright pace, especially compared to the Mercedes as well. Like, that was something that I noticed in qualifying yesterday. But even when they were running in clean air, they had no two from the car in front. They were sitting like similar lap times, but Albon was right there. But right, I need to change on. I still haven't turned my stream on, so let's turn this on. Steve, thank you. Welcome, buddy. Thanks for the sub. And anyone else who's just tuning in? What's the order after penalties? Yeah, good question. We did figure it out on stream yesterday. Let me see if I can see the starting grid somewhere. Thanks, Nathan. Yeah, me too, mate. Me too. I'm looking forward to it. Right. Okay. Here we go, guys. This is the starting grid. Oh, wrong one. I always change it to the wrong stream or page. Hey, Joel. Yes. So this is news to me, but Yuki is starting from the pit lane. So, as you can see, Sainz, Perez, Alonso on third. Keep an eye out. You heard it here first, guys. Keep an eye out on Alonso. If he gets a good start, which I actually hope he does, if he gets a good start, that Alpine has got some straight line speed. Not as quick as the Red Bull, but probably quicker than the Ferrari. And he could cause some issues for those front two at the start. Look at Albon there, sitting nice and pretty in sixth. Good boy. Not bad for Ricardo in the end. Ricardo's got an opportunity to show something here to potential F1 teams, whether it be Haas or Alpine, or to try and, now the pressure's been lifted off him and he knows he's on his way out of McLaren. Wouldn't surprise me if we see some good results from Ricardo. I hope so, anyway. They broke part firm, did they? With Yuki? Okay, fair enough. What did he only qualified 19th anyway, didn't he? So it's no different really. And it might be clever starting from the pit because you've got that gravel on the outside, T1 now. He's going to come out the pits and avoid any potential carnage that is going to happen with that gravel at the start. So yeah, could be a masterstroke there. As we know, Spa has had its plenty of T1 incidents in the past. So yeah, but that's that. So we just no, and I don't want to seem like I'm bashing Yuki Tsunoda, but as we said in the stream yesterday, haven't been impressed by his F1 career so far. Couple of flashes, but every single driver on the grid in F1 has had a couple of flashes. To me, it's been more bad than good, and I think he's got, call me cynical, I think he's got a very good PR team that push him as like, oh, he's this little pocket rocket, he's got this sweary potty mouth, and it's quite funny, and he's a bit of a character. But when you look at him on the grids, not actually that good. I'm not anti-Yuki, I'm just saying I haven't been impressed by him, and I think the hype is a bit meh. Like, where's it come from? Exactly, Lance Stroll has had flashes. Latifi has even had flashes. He pulls off some good overtakes every now and then, but overall, it's more bad than good. Just my opinion, guys. Don't hate me. F1 is all about opinions. What do you about Leclerc and Verstappen after the session? What do I think, or what? Where I think they're going to finish? Go Tiffy. Sorry, I named him incorrectly. Need to use his name properly. Verstappen, as we said yesterday, Verstappen has got potential to do what Hamilton did in Brazil last year. Brand new power unit and just blast through the field. They're a quick car anyway, but there's clearly a beast of an engine that's gone into the back of that car. And we all know Verstappen's good, but I don't think Verstappen, if he was in the same machinery, is, what was he, 6th, 10th, like nearly a second quicker than Perez around Spa. Like, no, that's a lot of that comes down to machinery because they're on full throttle for a long time around this track. So that's why everyone normally takes engine penalties, because it's an easier track to overtake, and you get the benefit of being able to come back through the grid with a brand new power unit. So Leclerc will get into the points. How far up? I don't know. I don't. Then again, actually, no. Now I'm thinking about it, because the Mercedes, unless Mercedes provide a shock today, and they've got much better race pace than they have over a single lap, which has been the case in the past, as we know. They've turned up on a Sunday and not on the Saturday. Yeah, you could quite well see Sainz, Perez, if nothing happens, Sainz, Perez, Verstappen, Leclerc in the top 4. And then someone else rounds off the top 5. Probably Russell, because he's missed the consistency, isn't he? So. Right. Let's put that up there. That's that. Let's get this stream up. No, Jay, you sold your pedals, man. You can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. Right, where are we? Just get the stream up.
No, I did not.
I wish I could play this on my headset. Actually, I'll tell you what I can do. I'll tell you what. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Should I go grab my wireless headphones? Exactly. Average. Because the thing is, as well, is that this track has, I think it's 75% of the track you're on full throttle, so it is the most power dependent track on the calendar, I believe. So yeah, it makes sense. Like all the way from T1, all the way down Bureau Rouge, Kemmel Straight, until you get to the break-in of Les Combes, you're on full throttle. That's a long time. And then likewise, when they come out of the curve onto the back straight, because it's not back straight, is it? But the Blanchimont, that's where over here comes Fernando Alonso. It's going to be interesting, as we know, Spa at the start. I'm intrigued to see how respectful they're going to be at the start with that gravel on the outside. The F2 and F3 races have been quite respectful, so we'll see. But 2 seconds, guys. Just gonna grab my headphones. We're back. Just quickly reaching over for my headphones. Right. I'm hoping we get a Here Comes Albano. That'd be good. But let's have a look on Twitter, see if there's anything about any news. So wow. Plenty of celebrities on it seems. Right, let's run a poll. So I asked the question, but where do we think Max will finish? Win. Red Sire. He hasn't got a good record here, is he? I don't think he's got a good record here. He's crashed out a few times, hasn't he? Or been caught in a few incidents. There we go, guys. See what you think. What? %. Oh, win top 5 DNF. I personally think he's going to win. Can I vote? Can I vote on my own poll? No, I can't. Hey, what? Verstappen. Yeah. fifth. No, sorry, Lewis is fifth and George is fourth. Where do you vote for Ferrari? Oh, imagine Ferrari have a double DNF, guys. Imagine. That would, yeah, that would not be good at all, would it? But let's, we are prepped. We are waiting. We have the track map ready. Shows them all on the grid. Looking forward. Who do we think will be leading at the end of the first lap? I think probably Perez. I'd love for it to be Alonso. Imagine it was Alonso. Yeah, Max is just going to get his way up to the points as long as he's ahead of Leclerc. But he's got such straight line speed, man. I can't believe how quick that car was. But they keep talking about Perez's straight line speed at the moment. Albon. And Albon comes through from P6. Sainz and Perez have crashed at the first corner. And through goes Albon. Imagine. Right, Toto's talking to the Sky F1 team to see what he has to say. Mercedes are lacking the answers, he says. That doesn't look good, does it? Basically, from what Toto's saying, they have no idea why they're so slow. No idea. Yeah, unhappy Toto, double podium. Yeah, imagine. Go back into the garage and be like, they think we're shit. Or little do they know. Yeah, I'll tell you one to watch out for as well. Or just in general. That little pack of Verstappen, Leclerc, Ocon and Norris is going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Thanks for the sub, Michael. Welcome, buddy. And to anyone else who has subbed as well, welcome. Hope you enjoy the race ahead, the watch along. We've got just over 10 minutes until it starts. But Norris has got some pace. So has Ocon. Those Alpines are quick. That's going to be an interesting four to watch to see them work their way up. Is it a bit warmer today? Yeah, that will help them, definitely. I don't know what strategy they're all running. I haven't seen the tyres yet. I don't know if anyone knows that. I've seen the Pirelli. We'll have a look at that. I'll bring that up. I've seen the Pirelli. Where is it? He did post it. This guy posted it or not? Pirelli. Here we go. So this is the strategy for today, or the preferred strategies. Mediums, a two-stop. On the mediums to softs and then back to the mediums again. Two-stopper is quickest compared to the one-stop. Probably best to start on the mediums. I'll be surprised if anyone starts on the softs. Sonoda's not allowed to go for a formation lap if he starts in the pits, no. No, they're not allowed to do that. And before hards are going to suck again. Coming out, yeah? No. See that? Got keys, yeah? Good. I think most people will probably go for the two-stop because there's always been safety cars around here as well. So yeah, I think the two-stop is probably best. You're on the quicker tyres. You don't want to be on the hards, losing time, especially if a safety car comes out. So, but a two-stop, I prefer two-stops. When it's a one-stop, it gets a bit boring. It does get a bit boring, doesn't it? But we could see a mix-up of strategies here. People going for two-stop, people going for one-stop. So that always adds a different element to things. So I like that. I like that, definitely. But 8 minutes, guys. 8 minutes till we go. I just hope we don't get a red flag. That's what I hope we don't get. They were very quick to put out the red flag for Leclerc in practice 3. Mercedes for 1-2. Wouldn't be anything else, would it, from your Mercedes F1 fan? I want to go into the last lap on hards and then jumping everyone for one last lap. Are Red Bull taking Mercedes personnel? Have they? I didn't know that. That's news to me if they have. Very well could have done. People move about all the time and it doesn't get as much media attention as what obviously driver moves do or team principal moves. So, but what people don't understand is that the development of the car is so big and the research side of things that can, if a lot of Mercedes guys have gone to Red Bull, that could be a big difference to why they're so far ahead this year. But I can't believe Bottas is starting 13th after qualifying 20th yesterday. Because his penalty is not the same as... His penalty dished out is not the same as Verstappen, Leclerc and all the others. So he's starting 13th. How has that happened? He's gone up 7 places from his qualifying position. That's mad. I mean, Latifi's starting 11th. Latifi! Yeah, there's been rumours about Toto being CEO of F1 for quite some time. Whether he will or not, I don't know. I think you'll see Hamilton and Toto leave at the same time. Lewis, of course, wants to win an 8th title. Once he wins that, he may never win it, but I think he'll stay on as long as he can to win that 8th title, and then he'll go. And I think you'll see Toto go as well at the same time. And it will just be a completely brand new Mercedes. Who is your tip? Actually, this is an interesting discussion. Who is your tip to take over from Hamilton in the Mercedes car? I know who mine is. Who do you think? Let's say Hamilton leaves in the next 3 years. Who do you think will take his position? I personally think, I'll say my guess first. I personally think they'll go for Lando Norris. If McLaren aren't fighting back up the front in the next 3 to 5 years, because he's got a 4-year contract, I think. He signed a 4-year contract. I think Mercedes would go in for him. Everyone agrees with me. See, I knew I liked you lot. I knew you liked me. Because he's a driver, but I just think he's too good to be fighting it out in the midfield. But there's also rumours, no, not rumours, but I think I've seen a couple of people go, Lando would be the replacement for Perez in the Red Bull. But I don't know. I don't see that happening. If Mercedes remain competitive, you think Verstappen? No, I think Verstappen will stay at Red Bull for like his whole life, unless Red Bull seriously dropped off the ball and started fighting in the mid pack. Verstappen would not. Verstappen will be at Red Bull for God knows how long. He's. They might as well rename it to Verstappen Racing, because him and his dad have got such a sway over that team. I don't care what anyone says. You're going in there as a number 2 driver. You're not going in there to win a world championship. You're going in there to support Max Verstappen. It helps that Max is really quick, of course, so they always prioritise him. Middle field following 2024. Maybe. Well, they've got... Has the Porsche announcement been officially announced yet? The Porsche partnership. Oh, guys, right, here we are. Here we are. We've got the tyre strategies up. Sainz is starting on the softs. Wow. So everyone from Perez down to Magnussen are on the mediums, and then you got Bottas, Verstappen, and Leclerc on the softs, just going for it. Okay, interesting. Sainz on the softs is interesting. Both Ferraris, actually. Is that for him just to get a good launch? Sainz. Because the soft is a one stop. So a Ferrari banking on the one stop. That's the way that I read it. Verstappen probably going to have the pace to be able to do a 2-stop anyway, if he wants to. It just says Gasly in the pit. Is Gasly starting from the pit lane? Has he had an issue on the grid? Right, so a quick drink of water, guys. And yeah, we've got 1 minute until they're on their formation lap. Yeah, I don't know why Gasly's in the pit. Just having a look at the live feed now. Well, I say live feed, it's about 20 seconds behind, but... So both, yeah, Gasly, both AlphaTauris are starting from the pit lane. So Gasly's had an issue for some reason. It means they need to start him in the pit lane. Damn. So you reckon Hamilton's going to win, Sainz second, and Verstappen third, yeah? Okay. So, most of you guys in the poll think Verstappen will win with 47%, top 5 42, top 10 2%, 9% DNF. So yeah, most people like me think he's going to win the race. But here we are on the formation lap, guys. We're off. Here we go. My live feed's a little bit behind, which is always a shame. It's a shame it's not running live with the track map. But it'll be almost like a replay function. I just hope everyone gets through T1. Go on, Alonso. Alonso, please just throw something in there for us. Okay, so they've changed the pit stop strategies now. Starting on the soft is a 2-stop. softs to mediums. And they reckon the people on the mediums are now going to do a one-stop. So Pirelli have changed their strategies. So anyone who's on the medium is probably going for a one-stop. And the others on the softs are going for a two-stop. Okay. So the Ferraris are going aggressive. Of course, Verstappen is definitely going aggressive. The others are banking on doing a one-stop. Nice clear skies. Doesn't look like we're going to get any rain. So we are definitely going to get a race today. I just realised it's Hamilton and Alonso gridding up alongside each other. How long has it been since we've said that? I'm not going to jinx it, don't worry. I said this yesterday, I've got a soft spot for McLaren. I don't support any team. I've got a soft spot for McLaren because I remember watching Mika Häkkinen growing up, fighting Schumacher, and then Lewis Hamilton when he was at McLaren. Of course, they're a British-based team as well. I do like Mercedes because of Toto Wolff and Hamilton being there. I do support the British lads. Bit of a love-hate relationship with Ferrari. Sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't. But yeah, that's about it really. I don't really have any affinity to each team. Overall, I'm patriotic and I want the British boys to do well. But I do have favourites elsewhere. But here we go, guys. They're all gridding up, coming round. We are about to start the race. Mick Schumacher. We are going from the track map because the TV is slightly behind. And they're off. Looks like Sainz is still ahead. He's ahead of Perez by quite some bit there into the first corner. Here we go. This is it. The run down to Eau Rouge. He's got a little bit of a... Is that Alonso? Alonso has jumped Perez at the start. It looks like Perez has had a bad start. Here comes a draft. Into Lecom. Sainz still holds the lead from Hamilton. Hamilton is insane. No, he's lost it. And there's a yellow flag. No, Perez. So Perez has drafted back, but he got a poor start and he's slipstreamed straight back past him. Got to watch it on the TV screen now. But at the moment, it's Sainz Perez from Russell and Hamilton. Alonso has lost positions going into Lake Comet things. It seems it wouldn't surprise me if he is the one. Great start by Alonso, by the way. Jesus. Unbelievable. Perez was down to 4th position and then he ends up getting back into 2nd. What's happened? Here we go. What happened with Alonso here into Lecom? Oh no! Oh whoa! It all happened at Lecom. No, Hamilton, man, Hamilton's out because he made contact with Alonso into Lecom. That was what the yellow flag was for, and that's why Perez went straight through. So it's Hamilton. Hamilton must have a puncher. He's probably got a puncher because he's still going. What a start. So where's Alonso? Alonso, has he got any damage? Verstappen's already up to 8th position. Already up to 8th after the first lap. Jesus. Hamilton's out. He's stopped the car. Hamilton's out. Yellow flag. It's going to be safety car. they've told him to stop the car. So Hamilton is out of the race. Yeah, you've just come back. Hamilton's out of the race. Crash at the start. Albonno is in 7th. Go on, Albonno, holding your own. But look at Verstappen and Leclerc already up in 8th and 9th position. Hamilton's out. Yeah, Hamilton DNF. They've told him to stop the car. Bottas has stopped as well. Bottas is stopped on track. So he took a penalty as well for new parts. Safety car, safety car. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Latifi down in 18th. I'll tell you what, guys. I'll tell you what as well. I know it's only the second lap, but Russell has not lost the back of Perez. Oh! Latifi and Bottas. That's why Bottas is out. Latifi, you just asked why Latifi was down in 19th. He tagged Bottas hard. Oh my God, Latifi. Oh my God, go Tifi, you absolute numpty. Did anyone just see that from Latifi? Oh my God. He runs wide at Lecom on the gravel, rejoins, loses the rear, and then T-bones basically with his front wing Bottas's rear wheel, and he can't get it going again. Latifi, you numpty. Get out of F1. Sorry, guys, but... Hamilton's out, yeah. So what happened with Hamilton? He's gone side by... I'm sure they'll show replays shortly. But they'll go through... He went side by side through Lecom with Alonso. And there wasn't enough room. And Hamilton had to go over the sausage curbs. And he really got some airtime. And as his car's come back down, he's damaged the underfloor and the engine. So he's had to stop the car. But Alonso got a fucking brilliant start. Because Perez lost 3 spaces at the start. And that's why he's back up. He's only back up into P2 because of Hamilton and Alonso's tangle into Lecom. Charlie, this is F1 Live. This is their actual live data feed. So I pay a subscription for this. It's only like £2 a race, I think £20 a year. But this is their live data. Really informative. So Stickman, I can't stream the race footage because of copyright. The stream will get shut down and... Ooh. Here we go. Looking at on board from Alonso. Let's see what happens. Was Alonso at fault here? Wow. Was it not Fernando's fault? I can't see it. I need to see it from Hamilton. Need to see that again. Wow. Yeah, Hamilton's car was spewing fluid. You could see it on Alonso's camera. See it from Perez's perspective. Here we go. Yeah, I think Lewis just turned in a little bit too early. Didn't leave him enough room there. Yeah, it's Lewis's fault, unfortunately. Alonso, very lucky that Alonso's not out of the race either. Hey, hello, how's it going? Oh, mate, I can't believe Latifi. Latifi, man. Literally, Bottas just minding his own business, yeah. What the fuck, man? Lewis is out, yeah. Lewis is out, unfortunately. So he got some real airtime, so it's hard to kind of show it, but they went into Lecom, into this corner here, T5, and as they went round this corner, Alonso was on the inside, Hamilton was ahead, but not far enough ahead, but he could turn in, and he's turned in a bit too early, and their rear wheels have caught each other, and Hamilton got some proper airtime, and the car just slammed down. So, why is Leclerc? Oh, so they've pitted Leclerc onto mediums. Oh no, Leclerc. I think there's some smoke on the front right. So he's pitting and they've put him onto the mediums. She's got to do that all over again then. But right, after all that, let's take it in. Let's take in where everyone is position-wise. So, Sainz had built up a good lead after 2 laps. He's in P1. We have Perez, who's very fortunate to still be P2. Russell in P3. That's good for him. And as I said, he was staying with Perez in those first couple of laps. Alonso P4. Whether he's got any damage, seems like he's okay. Vettel is up into 5th, guys. Vettel is in 5th. The guys who Vettel was retiring and Ricciardo, who's without an F1 seat for next year, are 5th and 6th. Albon, go on Albon, but there's a danger, man. Verstappen is 8th. He's already into 8th position. Ocon's up to 11th, so yeah, he's gained about 5 positions as well. Norris has gained a few positions. Oh dear, there was a tear off. There was a tear off visor in their front right brake cooling. But here we go. Safety car is coming in, guys. Sainz is backing them up. We're about to get underway. Here we go. The yellow dot is the safety car. Safety car's coming in. Hey, Martin, how's it going, buddy? Welcome, mate. Joined us just at the right time. Bit of a crazy start, but we're about to get back underway. Safety car's in. Sainz with his soft tyres. Here we go. Here he goes. He's gone. He's gone. Sainz on his soft tyres should get a good launch, but it's going to be lap 1 all over again. Bunch down into Les Combes. Here they go, round the sauce. Pretty much single file. Perez is a lot closer this time. Oh, look at that. Look at the traction Sainz has got off of T1. Wow, those soft tyres helping him. But Perez is on Sainz. Is he going to get past? Don't think anyone's really making too much of a move there. Alonso's got past Russell. And Russell's back past Alonso. Everyone pretty much held station there apart from Perez and Russell. From Russell and Alonso. Here we go. Let's watch this on the TV feed. Verstappen did have a penalty, Marlin. He started P14 because there were so many other cars that took penalties. So Verstappen's made up a position on Albon. He's now in P7. Cue the Jaws music. So here we go. Alonso and Russell. Oh, good on the brakes there, Russell. Well done. Well done. Verstappen's all over Ricciardo here. He's going to go into the bus stop, isn't he? He's going to make a lunge into the bus stop, surely. Has Verstappen got it? He has. Verstappen up to P6 already. Already? For God's sake. It's going to be in P1 before 10 laps are completed. Hey, FBI, how's it going, mate? Thank you, mate. Well, the channel's growing. It's on its way. It's on its way. I appreciate everyone who's here and who has subbed already and yeah, has been supporting us. So I enjoy doing these live streams and all the other stuff that we do on the channel as well. Max, yeah, on board with Max Verstappen on the TV feed. This is where he takes Ricciardo into the bus stop. But Perez and Sainz put in just a little bit of a gap from Russell there. And Russell's put in a little gap from Alonso. Ricciardo just letting him go through. He knows it's not his race today with Verstappen. I think everyone knows their race isn't with Max today. Max is on F122, yeah. But Verstappen's already onto the back of Vettel. I imagine the same thing's going to happen. He's not going to fight him too hard into that bus stop. Alonso, on the other hand, oh dear, that's a very sad image of seeing Hamilton just walk up that trail there. Oh, guys, that's not a good image to see. Lap at the moment, we are on lap 6. Lap 6 of 44. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just downsize my webcam a little bit so you can see the laps. 6 of 44 there, guys. So Verstappen's up to 5th. We are 7 laps in and Verstappen is up to 5th position already. And he's already on Alonso. He's going to get Alonso here. Go on, Albano. Go on, the boy. Albano. Already. Get in there. Yeah, Janindu, don't type all that in the chat, please. But Verstappen is already past Alonso and he's getting... It's just laughable. It's laughable how quick this car is. Sorry. It's all right. Right. Well, let's take it in again. So we've got Russell, Verstappen. Verstappen is all over it. Look at him. Look at the little dot just closing down the gap. So quick. Verstappen getting past Sainz. Yeah, most probably. Well, you can look at the lap time there. So Verstappen's just done a 51.9. A 51.9 Verstappen's just done. That's nearly a second quicker than Sainz has just done. That is over a second quicker than Perez. Oh my God. Oh my God. Here he goes. He's going to get him here down a Kemmel Straight, surely. DRS open. There's nothing Russell's going to be able to do. Here he goes on the overlap. He's going around the outside. And Verstappen's into P3. There we go. It's taken him 8 laps. Not even 8 laps to get up to P3. Wow. Wow. There's nothing that Mercedes can do. Nothing. Unbelievable. Alonso and Vettel were having a little fight here. A little bit surprised Ocon hasn't made a little bit more headway. He's in 10th position at the moment. Leclerc's lingering at the back, unfortunately. So now is the chase from Max to Perez and Sainz. And with how quick he's going and how early he's caught him, or will catch him, they'll ask him to move over. And Perez is on a different strategy. He's on the mediums as well. Max, Super Max. He definitely is today. It's ridiculous. I don't even think Lewis's engine last year was this quick. Like in Brazil. Samua, unfortunately, Lewis went side by side into Les Combes on the first lap with Alonso. He pinched Alonso just a bit too much and their wheels interlocked. Hamilton went up in the air. His rear went back up in the air and slammed down. And unfortunately, fluid started leaking and he had to stop the car. Good move from Charles there. So last time around, Verstappen did a 52.6, Perez doing 53, and Sainz doing a 54. Oh, that's slow from Sainz. 54. But Verstappen is like, he's a second quicker than Perez, and he's a second and a half quicker than Sainz. We're on lap 9, so you can see on the right-hand side here at the bottom. At the bottom, we have lap 9 out of 44. I've just made my webcam a little bit smaller so that you can keep an eye on that. But we have 44 laps. We're on the 9th one at the moment. There's a massive DRS train at the moment in there behind Magnussen. Norris has got past him, which is good for Norris. Norris needed that. He needs to be able to get onto the back of Ocon. Potential points here for McLaren today. Albon, by the way, guys. Vettel and Albon holding their own, although Albon's got a bit of a train. But Vettel's got some good pace. He's lapping the same as Alonso. And that Alpine's has been a lot quicker. Yeah, well, Vettel was out in Q1, but because of all the penalties, he started P10 today. So 54.6 for Sainz last time around, and Verstappen did a 53.5. 53.5. He is a second quicker per lap than Perez and Sainz. More than a second quicker than Perez. How have they got so much pace in that car? What have they put in that engine? Or what engine have they put in that car? I think it's like the quickest F1 engine I've ever seen. I've never seen a car be so much quicker than the field like this. In this kind of like modern era, like over the last 5 years. The Mercedes, I don't think was even at least like the Mercedes, they had each other to fight. Like, probably an unreliable one. I don't think so. I mean, imagine he's going to get out in the lead, and imagine if his engine just goes pop. It's happened. So, wow, did he join F1 but not BMW? Yeah, well, BMW have announced that they're bringing a car, aren't they? They're bringing a hypercar to the World Endurance Championship in 2024. So they're coming back into motorsport. So yeah, possibly. There's still plenty of time for deals to be done. 2026 is when the new engine changes come into effect. So it wouldn't surprise me if we see more engine manufacturers join. Has he got him? I reckon they've got to let him through. They've got to give the go-ahead for Verstappen to go past Perez into T1. Got to, surely? No, they're holding position. But Verstappen's going to get past him anyway through Kemmel Straight, so there's no need for him to really let him through. Yeah, Audi are joining, but as a engine manufacturer, not as their own team. They had their own car unveiled with their livery on it, but it's not their own team. Oh, here goes Verstappen. Is he past Perez there? No, Perez held the position. But Verstappen a 53.9 last time around. So Gasly is out. Oh, Gasly and Albon. Sorry. Gasly and Albon out of the pits. So they've got onto the hards. Pitted him in clean air. Hopefully this is a masterclass by Williams here with strategy. Everyone's starting to see degradation on their tyres. Albon's pitting onto the hards, so it seems that I don't think they can do a one stop. The degradation they're saying on the mediums is too high. So that they've just pitted on lap 10. Oh, Verstappen thought about it, didn't he? But it just wasn't quite close enough to Perez. Will he ever go into the bus stop? Don't think it will rain, Marlin. It just seems to be blue skies everywhere at the moment. So Sainz is in the pits. Sainz is pitted. He's in. So where is he going to come out? Have they found a gap for him or not? Where's he going to come out? Alonso's in the pits as well. So the mediums are only making it 10, 11 laps. Where are they coming out? Oh, Sainz is coming right out into this pack. Oh, dear. Verstappen is already asked for Perez to fucking get out of the way. So Sainz has come out in front of that gap. To be fair, it's not too bad. He's only got Ricciardo in front of him, so he should be able to clear Ricciardo pretty quickly. And Verstappen's through. Verstappen is now in the lead of the race after 12 laps, guys. 12 laps it took him to get from P14 to P1. Ridiculous. I don't know what else to say. He is on a different strategy, but that car is so quick, even on softs. Sainz has cleared Ricciardo. That was important for Sainz. So he's not a bad strategy call there in the end. It was tight. Clearly they thought they were losing too much pace on those soft tyres, Ferrari. That was the best scenario for them because that mid-pack is so tightly bunched. But Albon's doing all right. What's he doing? Did a 59.7. That was his out lap, wasn't it? So 209. Verstappen is first, yeah. Verstappen is first. You can see on the leaderboard on the left-hand side and the dots on your screen. I can't believe he's first already. He's doing a Jarno Otmir last to first. So now, how long will Verstappen's softs last? Has he got a lot of grain in? Good move by Sainz there into P1. Russell, I tell you what as well. They might not have the overall outright pace, but Russell is doing all right here. Look, he's closing the gap on Perez. I swear that gap has come down. He did a 54.8 last time around. His tyres are much better off than Perez's at the moment. Got to be. See, now the problem here is, guys, is that for Perez and Russell is where do they pit them? Because look at the gap. There's not a lot of room there. There's not a lot of room to pit them. They're going to have like Ferrari's issue that they just had. Ferrari have got away with it, but Russell and Perez now, it's all well and good going long, but they need to build that gap so that they can come out in front of Zhu or something. Because at the moment, there's not really a gap. They're going to come out right in that gaggle. Because look at Alonso. Alonso is now stuck behind Tsunoda. He's stuck behind Zhou. Yeah, interesting here. Stroll is 6th. Yeah, there's been a few pit stops. Vettel, look at Vettel. Vettel's up in 4th. 4th. So here we go. Verstappen's about to cross the line. Is he pitting? He's not pitting. So let's see what Max does lap time wise here compared to Perez. He's done a 53.7. Perez did a 55.2. And Russell's in the pits. Okay, so they think they've found a gap for Russell. Have they? Have they found a gap for him? Where's he going to come out? Yeah, Leclerc's in 7th. He's going to get Stroll most likely into down the Kemmel Straight. Russell is coming out ahead of Zhou. Okay, so they were able to build a gap and find that gap behind Zhou. Well done, Mercedes, there. Because it was all getting a bit tight. But surely, I mean, Max is doing 53.7s on 13 lap old softs. And everyone else is already pitting on the medium tyres. Where's Albon? Albon has got past Mick Schumacher and is now coming up to the back of Latifi. Go on, Albon. But Alonso is stuck. Alonso is stuck behind Tsunoda, so their pit stop hasn't worked out. He's losing a lot of time here. It's the moment to box. But, well, I would say no. It's not the moment to box for Verstappen because he's now... So Sainz just did a 53.1 last lap, so I didn't see that. That was a sneaky fast lap there from Sainz on mediums. So we'll find out. It all depends what this lap time is. I don't think they're going to pit him now. I think they'll pit him maybe next lap. Depends what this lap time is. Yeah, he's going through. So his lap time this time around is a 53.8. He's still in the 53s. Why would you pit him? Perez is in the pits. So Perez is pitting before Verstappen. Unbelievable. We're on lap 15. Lap 15, you can see it just in the little white box that is next to my lovely face. 15 of 44. So where has Perez come out? Oh, Perez has come out in front of Leclerc. But look how much time he's lost to Sainz. Look at that gap between Sainz and Perez. Wow. 53.2 for Sainz last time around. This race isn't over. This race isn't over by any means. I hope, anyway. In a literal and intriguing way. Russell on the back of Leclerc at the moment. Leclerc's on 11 lap softs, mediums, which is when around about everyone's been pitting. So everyone's been pitting those mediums about 13, 12 laps. Out means they are on their out lap. So they're coming out of the pits. So Mick Schumacher, as you can see, is out at the moment. He's just come out the pits. No, the Haas and the Alphas have struggled this weekend. They were down the bottom in regards in qualifying yesterday, and Leclerc and Perez going at it there. Oh, Russell's on the back of Leclerc now, through Blanchimont. Oh, has he gone side by side through Blanchimont? Oh, he's backed out, Russell. He's backed out, but they're going through a bus stop chicane. Who comes out ahead? Oh, they're right on top of each other. Looks like Leclerc is just ahead. So Verstappen pitted. Verstappen is out, and he's still ahead of Perez. He's on mediums now. Verstappen to chase down Sainz. What's going to happen? But I'm tracking Russell and Leclerc here. Russell is surely going to, with DRS, go past Leclerc. We all know how feisty Leclerc is. And there we go. Green dot ahead. Russell is ahead in P4. 53.2 that last lap from Russell. So that's good. Mercedes actually don't have that bad a pace. Sainz did do a 52.7 last time though. Lewis, as we said before, he got caught up with Alonso into Les Combes. They came together and his car got sent up in the air, slammed down, and unfortunately fluid started coming out of his car, so he had to stop the car. But come on, Sainz, come on. Here's the George Russell overtake on the feed. Nice pass there from Russell. He's already pulling away from Leclerc there. So here we go. Across the line, Sainz did a 53.2 last lap. Verstappen, okay, so that was his outlap. But wow, a 51.5 from Perez there. Perez has just switched those mediums on. And look at Russell in comparison, a 52.9. Wow. Alonso's got past Tsunoda. So that was key for Alonso. He was getting a little bit stuck behind him. And Albon, has he got past him there? No, Albon is just got past Vettel. $51 for both Red Bulls, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's what Max is really closing that gap to Sainz, you can see. So Bottas got taken out by Latifi. Honestly, you got to go back and watch it. Bottas was minding his own business. Latifi stuck it on the gravel, lost the car, went into a spin and caught the back end of Bottas, and then Bottas couldn't move. Honestly, it was just peak Latifi. Go Tifi. Sorry, go Tifi. Keep forgetting to use his true name. Thanks, Stickman. Thanks for the sub, buddy. And for anyone else who is subbed at this moment in time, YouTube doesn't always show alert-wise if people sub, because if you have your account set on private or subs on private. So yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks for supporting the channel. We'll be doing these watch-alongs for all races, but I'll let you guys know plenty of time in advance if I can't make a watch-along. Plan D from Ferrari. The hards are 2 temps faster than expected. A 50.7. 50.7 from Verstappen. We thought Perez's time last time around was quick, and Verstappen is right on Sainz. Look at it. It's a done deal. It's signed, sealed. We'll wait for the last bit. And delivered. Back into P1 from Verstappen. Oh, well done, Mick Schumacher. Taking over Latifi for Eau Rouge. Bold. Bold. But there we go. Max is in P1 again. We're on lap 18 of 44. Oh, how did the go Tifi not DNF? Because he only just needed a front wing change. Bottas retired because he couldn't get the car moving again because he was beached. So that's why. Because Go Tifi is the GOAT. Look at the speed of Max's car, man. Just watching it on TV. Is an investigation coming on that engine? It wouldn't surprise me if a couple of the teams put in an investigation on their engine. I mean, I would, personally, because it just seems so much quicker than any other car on the grid. He's definitely got a nitrous button, isn't he? He's got a NOS button. Instead of DRS, he's got a NOS button. Like Need for Speed. Stop means they've stopped. British. So means they're out of the race. So Matt, everyone has had one pit stop so far. At the moment, everyone's had one pit stop. Don't know if we can see. So we can go to sectors here.
How far is it?
Dartford Tunnel's about half hour.
Far away from you?
Yeah, about that. Yeah, 20 minutes. So where they are. Depends how busy it is. Matt's going to win by 40 seconds. Wouldn't surprise me. He's got such a quick car at the moment. I mean, look at the gap he's pulling on signs already. Flask, thank you for the sub, buddy. Well, I think, right, don't get me wrong, Max is an amazing driver. He's very quick. He's clearly quicker than Perez. But I don't think he's this quicker than Perez. This to me just shows that they bring all the upgrades to Verstappen's car and they prioritize that car over their second Red Bull. No matter how much they say they don't, they do. Because he's got an obscenely fast car here. Obscene. I don't think the Ferrari would be this quick if they put a new engine in their car. I don't think any Mercedes had... Alberto, thank you for the sub, buddy. I don't think Mercedes had the pace at all to win this race this weekend. Hamilton or Russell, like, even if Hamilton was still in the race, they don't have the power. They don't have the straight line speed. They've still got too much drag, clearly. Russell is just hoping for a top 5, really. Even if Leclerc somehow manages to pass him, a top 5 is a good result for Mercedes. He'll lap the field. He's going to lap a few of them, yeah, that's for sure. So let's have a little bit. Let's take pause and assess everything that's happening at the moment. Hello, thank you for the sub. Thank you very much. And to anyone else who has subbed. So Verstappen's currently, we're 20 laps into this race. We're nearly approaching halfway through. So Verstappen is first. He's made one pit. Everyone's made one pit stop. Sainz is second, being chased by Perez. Russell is on his own at the moment in P4. Leclerc will pit again. He pitted very early because he got a tear off in his front right duct. So that meant that he had to pit early to clear that. He's going to pit anytime soon, I imagine, because he's on 16 lap mediums. Alonso, 8th, 6th. Vettel's doing very well in 7th, by the way. Really impressed with Vettel. Well done, buddy. Ocon, Albon, and Ricciardo. Go on, Albon. That Williams holding its own. And then we got a big gaggle of cars there with Gasly, Stroll, Norris, and Zhou. And then our Gotifi, none other but at the back of the grid, bringing it up the rear. So Leclerc didn't get damage. He just, you know, like when they did a tear off for their visors, he got caught in the front right duct, brake duct. So they had to pit him early because it started to smoke. Rewa, thank you for the sub. Number beside their tyre gap. So we have our lap time, we have our gap, we have our interval, and then this is the amount of laps they're on in this tyre. Giga, thank you for the sub, buddy. The hards, yeah, the hards. Ferrari said the hards are 2 tenths quicker than they predicted. Wow, subs flying in. Thank you, guys. What sims do I play? I play iRacing predominantly. Dabbled a little bit in F122, but I mainly race in VR. So F122 hasn't got the best VR support. Still a few improvements need to be made, but mostly on iRacing. Can you call the podium? I think the way it's going, it's going to be Verstappen, Perez, and Sainz. In what order? Verstappen first, and then between Perez and then, well, sorry, Perez has overtaken Sainz here. I didn't even just realise. Yeah, probably as it is, if I'm honest. A safety car was throw up something interesting. Alonso said after the Hamilton crash something like he's an idiot. Something like that. Thanks, Shade. Thank you for the sub. So, is Leclerc going to pit yet? No. I'm really enjoying seeing Albon hold his own here against Ricciardo. So Stroll's got past Gasly. Things starting to settle down a little bit now. The midfield is where things look most interesting with that big gaggle of cars. Alonso leading the way. Vettel holding his own as well. Vettel's on 7-lap hards. Alonso's on 10-lap mediums. So most likely Alonso... It's definitely a 2-stop race. Definitely. I don't think they can go 1 stop. Don't think they can take those hards to the end of the race. Well, this is it, isn't it, Joe, with Ferrari? They just do not seem confident in any decision that they make. And it's just like the drivers are not confident enough in their own engineers and their team to make those calls. They're obviously asking them a lot of questions to try and make sure they don't fuck up. But they should just be adamant that, no, we're going to do this. And let the drivers drive. Just tell them when to box and that's it. Thanks, Matic. Or Matic. I don't think it will be investigated. They'll just call it a racing incident. Hamilton was like half a car ahead and he just turned in too early. That's all. Simple as. Alonso was as far up on the curb, inside curb, as he could be. So there's nothing more Alonso could do. Hamilton just misjudged it slightly and turned in. Didn't leave enough room. But I think they've just called it a racing incident. There's not a penalty. There are blind spots in these cars. So, what software is this? This is F1 Live. F1 Live. Verstappen's, I mean, yeah, look, Verstappen's already built up a 7-second gap to Perez. His car, Verstappen did a 52.3 last lap. Perez did a 53.1. That's 8 tenths quicker. Ridiculous. I mean, laps left. Well, we're halfway through now. We're on lap 23 out of 44 laps. Probably, Jacko. There's something not right with that engine. It's using different juice compared to everyone else or something. My opinion on Mick for next year. He's had, 2 good races since he's been at Haas. Gunther Steiner has been interviewed a lot over this weekend and he's pretty much openly said that he's going to sit down with Gene Haas and decide whether or not he's going to keep the seat next year. There's a few drivers out there that would happily take that seat. I think Mick Schumacher, rumours are, he's gunning for the Alpine seat. I don't think we'll see Mick in Haas next year. If he's in F1, it'll be in a different team in a different seat. Never fails to impress me seeing these cars go for Eau Rouge, man. They sound so good. Yeah, we're at Zandvoort next week, Stickman. And Noah, yes, I have played F1 Manager 22. I was lucky enough to get early access to the game from the devs. Put a couple of videos together already. I've got a video that I need to edit over tomorrow because I'm busy after this, of my first race at Bahrain, which was eventful in the McLaren team. But yeah, great game. Anyone who's likes the football manager style games, you'll love the F1 Manager. Really good game. And check out my top tips video if you're just buying it. Well, so Max is now 9 seconds ahead of Perez. So Russell did his lap last time around. Russell's lap was 6 tenths quicker than Sainz. So Russell is not out of this race, you know, for a podium here. Keep an eye on that gap between Sainz and Russell. That's an interesting one for me. And Vettel's closed the gap on Alonso. So is Alonso's medium tyres falling off? Remember, they pitted around lap 12 last time around on the mediums. That gap, go on, Vettel. For one, love to see it. Wow. Aston Martin and Ricciardo going through. Stroll and Ricciardo going side by side for Eau Rouge. Right, so last time around, so Sainz is he tyre saving? Is Sainz tyre saving, or are his tyres falling off? He did a 54.2 last time around. He's falling back from Perez, who did a 53.4. Max is in a league of his own, 52.4, man. I mean, 10 seconds ahead. That's just obscene. But Russell did a 53.3. So he was 9 tenths, pretty much a second quicker than Sainz that last lap. Keep an eye on that interval. Hey, Ruin. Well, the big regulation changes don't, like we've had this year with 22, with the whole redesign of the cars, has been to improve racing. And they were needed, definitely needed. All the little changes that happen throughout the year, that's been happening in F1 for God knows how long. Mainly to try and stop people from having an unfair advantage. Some of it I agree with, some of it I don't, because I think F1's the pinnacle of engineering and motorsport. And ultimately, if a team creates and discovers something, as long as it's within the rules, to give them an edge, then why should it be banned? The other teams should basically find out what that tech is and create it bring it themselves. But the racing this year has been much, much better due to the regulation changes. So, oh, Max had more than one hand on the championship. He had his little finger hanging off of the trophy. Now he's got that little finger lightly gripped on the trophy. It's pretty much all his. So Leclerc and Sainz in the pits. So Sainz was definitely not tyre saving. He was struggling. So he's on the hards. So 26 out of 44 laps. So Sainz has got to be taking these. That's his second stop. He's got to be taking these to the end now. There is a podium available for Russell here. That's the most interesting fight for me at the moment. Of course, we've got that big gaggle of cars. Albon still holding his own out in front of Ricciardo. I'm surprised Norris hasn't been able to make his way through Stroll yet. Because that McLaren, he was good in practice. What is your opinion? Oh, my opinion on the last lap of Abu Dhabi? A travesty, really. I think we all know it was, it was just wrong, everything that happened, and it was always going to end up that way with Max on new softs. It would have happened. It would have been exactly the same. The exact same thing would have happened if it was vice versa, and Max was on old hards and Lewis was on softs. Like you can never fight that. So yeah, it was. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Abu Dhabi last year. We're here to talk about now. We're on lap 27 now, and Max has a 11.6 second lead. Russell did a 53. Monaco? No, I don't think Monaco should stay on the calendar. From a spectating perspective, it shouldn't stay on the calendar. The cars are too big, they're too quick, and you can't overtake. So from a driver's perspective, I see why they want it to stay on the calendar, because it's probably just Like, you have to be on it. There's no room for error. And it has the history behind it. I think the sport has outgrown Monaco. Albon's in the pits, guys. Albon is in the pit. So he took his hard tyres 16 laps. So they're not taking these tyres very long, are they? Go on, Vettel in P5. Love to see it. So Albon's gone on to mediums. Wow, okay. He's come out ahead of Stroll, who also pitted. And he's ahead of Latifi. Mate, Max is just consistently lapping in the 52s. Like, he's over a second quicker per lap than his teammate in the same car. Will Mercedes get P2 in the Constructors' Championship? Possibly. Perez is in the pits. So is Russell going to be pitting as well? Or is he going on? No, Russell's going on. Here's the interesting thing. So this is the first proper time lap of Sainz on the hard tyres at this stage of the race. What lap did he do? Is he getting the 52s? A 52.3 from Sainz. Wow, on those hards. So if Russell wants any opportunity of getting a podium here, he needs to pit this lap, because that is a big difference. That's nearly 2 seconds. That's a second and a half that Sainz has made up on Russell there. Albon pitting a good call. Where is he? Well, everyone in front has got to pit again, pretty much. So they're hoping that they're going to pit very soon, because most of them are on the hards, 15, 14 laps. Zhou is on 13 lap mediums. The AlphaTauris are the ones really that might be a stumbling block for Albon. Albon is... Leclerc has to go to softs now. He's on the mediums, isn't he? He's out behind Ocon. Vettel's still got to pit. So has Ocon. So Vettel and Ocon are fighting for a P5 here. Yeah, Albon's just got past Mick Schumacher quite easily. So he's now got a nice gap between him and Gasly and Tsunoda. So is Russell... Oh, wait. They haven't pitted Russell, man. I think Mercedes might have dropped the ball here. Unless they're hoping he's going to have some serious pace at the end. Maybe they're going to put him on softs. They might be making Russell go long and then put him on softs at the end. Yeah, Russell's still got a pit for his second start. You can see Russell's on 15 lap mediums. Verstappen's got a pit again as well. Or maybe he's going to go on to a brand new set of mediums. I think the two-stop was soft, medium, medium. If I remember that rightly. Sainz of 52.2 now. Alonso's on Ricciardo here. Is he going to get him? Leclerc has got Ocon. Down onto Vettel. And Alonso gets Ricciardo into Les Combes. Can Verstappen pit and still come out in front of Russell? I think he can. Or maybe just behind, just behind him, but... What track would you think should replace Monaco Old track or a new modern one? An old one. You got to put an old. Russell's in the pits, so Russell's now in the pits. But I think they've pitted him a lap too late. 50.7 from Perez there. Whoa. What a lap. And Sainz in comparison did a 52.8. Oh my God. What a lap from Perez. So Russell is coming out on a set of... Mate, that's nothing. Wait until Verstappen comes out on a new fresh set with low fuel. He's going to break into the 49s, Verstappen. Vane, for anyone who's just tuning in and doesn't know what happened with Bottas or Hamilton at the start. Hamilton got into attack, turned in slightly too early, went side by side through Les Combes with Alonso at the end of the Kemmel Straight. Alonso had nowhere to go and Hamilton just misjudged it and turned in a bit too early. They banged wheels and Hamilton got sent in the air, car slammed down, and then there was fluid coming out of the car. Bottas got taken out by Latifi. Latifi went into the gravel on his own accord at Les Combes, spun the car and clipped Bottas and put Bottas into the gravel, which he couldn't get out of. So yeah, go Tiffy doing go Tiffy things. Max can stop at McDonald's, yeah. I'll take a Big Mac, please, Max. So Max is in the pits. Max is now pitting. Surely got to come out in front of Perez. There he is. He's so far ahead. That's obscene. Look at the gap he's got. Wow. Was it Bottas' birthday? Oh, wow. Leclerc is on the back of Vettel as well. Albon is ahead of Stroll as well. Oh, he's still... Sorry, I forgot that. He was ahead of Stroll anyway, but... Albon's on the mediums, man. I'm not sure. Is he going to take those to the ends? He's got to, surely. Max is on the mediums. So, Charizard, thanks for the sub, buddy. Right, so let's see Max's lap time. So it's not this one because this is his out lap. We thought Perez's lap of a 50, getting into the 50s was quick. Let's watch this. What do we reckon, guys? Do we reckon a 49? Do we reckon he's getting into the 49s? I think we're going to see a 49.8 from Max next lap. Yeah, the Merc haven't been quick on the straights all week. That's where they've really suffered. They've still got too much drag, which has been their issue all year. So, yeah, not a good track for them. Mercedes might do better at Zandvoort next week because it's not as power dependent. So that might be a track where they're better suited. But then again, so still keep an eye on it, guys. I still think there is a podium potential here for Russell with Sainz. Sainz is the degradation on the Ferrari has been quite severe when on their tyres. I assume they're now going to the end of the race. Russell was catching Sainz quite considerably at the end of that last stint. So the Mercedes have been better in regards to their tyre management and their tyre life than Ferrari have. Specifically at this race as well. A 50.7 from Russell there compared to Sainz's 52.1. But the tyres are quickest in their second lap, which we've found. So, and then they start to really fall off. So, to me, that's the most intriguing thing at the moment, as well as watching Albon. Albon and Stroll going for it. Everyone has had 2 pit stops now. Everyone's had 2 pit stops, I believe. Everyone who matters, anyway. I don't think the Ultra Soft is coming back. I don't think so. So what they do is they change the compounds of the tyres. So you have like a C1, C2, C3, C4. I don't know what they are, but so as an example, let's say we were using C1, C2, C3 this week, and we've got the hard tyre as a C3 compound. Next week we may be using C3, C4, C5. So the soft tyre is in essence the hard tyre that we used at Spa. And because each track has different... A 49.3! Oh, he smashed my prediction. Fucking hell. I'm genuinely in shock at how quick this Red Bull is today. I said 49.8. I thought he's only going to get against a 49. A 49.3. Jesus. Sorry, yeah, I take it back of anyone who doesn't care. Oh, hang on. There you go. Yeah, Lewis has just said about the incident, guys, on TV. It was his fault. He was in his blind spot and he just didn't leave him enough room. And that's exactly what I said. Exactly what I said. He's probably in his blind spot and he's turned in just a touch too early. There you go. Real man owns up to his mistakes. There you go. Yeah, surely we're due. There's 11 laps left. Surely we're due a Latifi safety car. Really impressed with Vettel here. So is Vettel going to take these tyres to the end? He's doing 54s and I don't think he can take these tyres to the end. They're really falling off. He's done a 54.5 compared to Alonso's 53.3. He's got 11 lap longer hards compared to Alonso. So for Vettel to do a good result here, he needs to pit again. They're probably going to pit him onto some softs. It'll be Alonso's fault. Nah, missed apex. They won't say it was Alonso's fault. Riccardo Piastri. Riccardo hasn't been performing well anyway. Piastri's become available. He's their reserve driver. They've clearly seen something in him that they like. And it's the best thing for all parties. And there we go. Vettel's pitting. Right on cue. So Danny Rick's pitted onto some fresh mediums as well. Zhou is brave. He's gone onto a set of softs. Are they going to last at the end of the race? I'll tell you what, the way Doohan's performed recently, especially this weekend, it wouldn't surprise me we see him in the Alpine. It all depends. On Monday, they're at the contracts tribunal. So. Yo, mate, it's good. Good at Rocks. I'll be with you guys. No worries. Red Bull illegal engine. I tell you what, I'm not really sort of someone who does that, but you have to. I wouldn't be surprised if there's question marks about Verstappen's engine today. It wouldn't surprise me. He's done a 51 there on his mediums last time around, Max. So there's the gap, guys. There's the gap I was telling you about. Sainz and Russell, 52.2 and a 51.1 last time around. Let's watch them across the line. 4 seconds between them. Sainz did a 52.2, okay, and Russell did a 52.0. So only slightly quicker this time around, Russell. But there's a podium here for Russell, possibly. 11 laps remaining. Yeah, so how I think Russell is catching signs. So if we look at his interval here, so we can follow them both, and we can see who is doing the quicker sectors. At the moment, it seems Russell is definitely quicker. Shocking, scary. Yeah, the F1. I'm interested to see what Twitter's like afterwards. It's always entertaining, isn't it? After a race, I'm a big George Russell fan. I really am. I'm still a Hamilton fan, but I really do like George Russell. He's definitely one for the future. It's been a shame that he was stuck in a Williams for so long, compared to Max and Charles having the opportunity to be in Ferrari or a Red Bull. Look at that. So it's 3.3 seconds now, guys. Russell is... Every single sector this lap has been Russell's compared to Sainz. Norris's future isn't Mercedes. That's my hot take. Heard it here first. Once Hamilton retires, that's who's going in. Norris. .1 seconds now. So he did a 51.7 compared to Sainz's 52.4. Those tyres on a Ferrari are dropping off, guys. They are massively dropping off. Max's lap go Tiffy. Oh, free wide. What a move by Ocon. Free wide. Ocon, oh wow. Ocon overtook Vettel and Gasly down the Kemmel Straight, free wide. 2.7 seconds now, Russell and Sainz. I think Russell will beat Hamilton. He's just Mr. Consistent, isn't he? He's just Mr. Consistent. But then again, they have, throughout the season, when they've been experimenting with new parts, they've given all the new parts to Hamilton. He was just like, look, just give me all the new parts. I'll try them out. Give George, because he's a newbie as well, he's like, give George the solid setup as best as we can. Use him to get the points, and I'll be the guinea pig. Which is kind of, as the experienced driver, what you should do anyway, because he's experienced with the team. He knows all the guys, the research and development wise, so he can give the right feedback. .2 seconds. Another all blue lap there for Russell. A 51.6. He was a second quicker than Sainz. Sainz's lap times, he's losing about 2 tenths a lap, Sainz. He's losing 2 tenths a lap. Whereas Russell's getting quicker. He did a 51.8 last time around. He did a 51.6 this time. How many laps left? We have 7 laps remaining. We're on lap 37. Oh, Ferrari always turned the battery up there, Sainz. He's turned the battery up there to have the quickest first sector. Where it all matters, top speed. Why is Leclerc so much slower? Because the mediums have fallen off. They've degraded a lot quicker than the hards. The hards are like performing much better than the mediums have today. So the mediums are quicker in the first couple of laps, like over a 1 lap pace. They're quicker, but the hards are better overall. Mercedes fan, you need to enjoy the race for what it is. It's just all good having, obviously, the teams and individuals that you support, but appreciate. You still got a Mercedes in here. You still got Russell chasing down Sainz. Some good fighting going on in the mid pack. Why isn't the track red? Because Sainz is not setting faster lap sectors than Russell. So Russell didn't do, so it was a better lap from Sainz there. Russell did a 52.2. So he did get the gap to under 2 seconds. It's now 2 seconds dead on. I think Russell will catch Sainz. Yeah, I think he's got enough in him. Do I think Hamilton will win next race? Do you know what? You never know what car you're going to get with Mercedes. Sometimes I don't think Mercedes know themselves what the car is going to do that weekend, whether it's going to be quick or not. Look at Albon sticking it in the points. Good lads. Gasly's got a pit, surely. Well, no, Gasly's going to take it to the end. 14 lap mediums, but he's going to lose a lot of pace, surely, at the end. But Sainz has had a couple of good first sectors the last couple of laps. Max has, 16-second lead over Perez now. Who has the fastest lap, Giga? Verstappen. He did a 49.3 on his second lap on these medium tyres. Just make myself a bit larger. So under 2 seconds now. Russell to Sainz. Got to be a blue last sector there. Yep, it was 1.8 seconds. Only 2 attempts made up on the last lap, but danger zone now. He's in the danger zone. Sainz can definitely see Russell. Maybe DRS next lap. Thanks, Marlin. Thanks, mate. Yeah, it's only my second time doing it. I did the qualifying yesterday in practice 3, and it was really good. Really enjoyed it. As I said last time around, I really enjoy watching the races through the data. Even though I've got the TV feed here, I'm not watching the TV feed. You see more on here. There we go, Noah. We're providing everyone F1 content across the world, wherever we can. Am I a Mercedes fan? Yeah, I'm a Mercedes fan. Yeah. But as I said, I don't have an affinity with any team. I'm not a hardcore fan of any team. There's some teams I prefer more than others, and some drivers I prefer more than others. As I said, I do support all the British drivers. Always have done. So I do like Hamilton, Russell, Norris, even British drivers we've had in the past. Always want them to do well. So Russell lost a bit of time here in the middle sector. I wonder if he had a little lockup or something. He's lost half. Did get it down to 1.6 seconds, and he's now 2.3 seconds behind. So he's definitely made a little mistake somewhere. We're now on to lap 40. So 5 laps left. I will be continuing these FBI. I'll be streaming. I won't be here for the qualifying next Saturday. I'm actually going to a karting event. My first time going go-karting in about 5 years. And then, yes, I will be streaming the race next Sunday. This will be the first time since 1995, I think they said, that someone has, from the top, who has started 10th and outside the top 10, back to back, won the race. I think the last person to do it was Schumacher, I think. So they've just said on Sky that Russell did run wide on a corner, which is why he lost time to Sainz. Will he catch him now? I'm not so sure. Do I think Leclerc and Sainz will win World Championship? They have the potential to. I'm not going to say they will, because Ferrari need to sort their shit out before they do. Because they've had the car to win the championship this year. So Leclerc has only made 2 mistakes. Okay, 2 costly mistakes, Imola and France. But 4 times, I think we counted yesterday. It could be even more that Ferrari have costed Leclerc considerable points finishes this year. Whether it be reliability or poor strategy calls. So I think if Ferrari don't sort their shit out within the next couple of years, Leclerc will be looking elsewhere. Leclerc will be looking at a Red Bull seat or a Mercedes seat. He won't want to stick at Ferrari. Just because you're at Ferrari and you may be loved by the fans and that, but ultimately he wants to win a world championship. And if he is going to see that he can't do that at Ferrari, he's going to move on. He's going to look elsewhere. The Red Bull has been silly fast today, guys. It's been ridiculous. I mean, he's got a 17-second lead over Perez, and he started 14th. He was P1 after 8 laps. Like, obscene. I think it was 8 laps, or maybe it was a little bit longer than that, but... Karting's good fun, Noah. It's good fun. Is Binotto the problem? He is a very large part of that problem, yes. End of the day, he's the figurehead. He is the leader of that team. I have said before, Gunther Steiner would be a great addition to F1. I just feel like he's got the personality to go in there and just sort all the shit out that they need. So everyone's on the Albon train. Well, hopefully the Albon train stays the Albon train, because I'd love him to get a points finish here today. There's 4 laps left now. Yeah, we're on lap 41. About to go into lap 42. Verstappen's just crossing the line. We'll take this off in regards to time so we can go back to normal. I don't think Binotto will be in charge at the end of this year, and they need new engineers as well. You listen to Leclerc and Sainz's engineers come on the radio, and they just do not sound confident in what they're saying. They're always second guessing themselves, always like, oh sorry. Like, they need to be confident. Oh, wish Shumi could see what's happening today. Yeah. So Russell is 2 seconds behind Sainz. He needs to get in that DRS zone. They're running similar lap times. He was 3 tenths quicker than Sainz there. He needs maybe a last. Can he close the gap? Last lap push? Who knows? But at the moment, a good result for Ocon and Alonso in the Alpine. Vettel in the points. Yes. Then Albon. Everyone's on the Albon train. Come on, Albon. Stick it out there, buddy. George Russell needs milk. And that's probably what he's got in his drinks bottle. It says milk, not drink or water. Skill-wise, where do I rank Leclerc? At the top. Not at the top, but like he's in that group at the top. But he's just pushed it a little bit too hard this year when he didn't need to. That comes down to experience and just pressure. But he's definitely like one of the outright quickest drivers on the grid, definitely. I don't think Verstappen's going to have any issue passing Mick Schumacher. I don't think the glory days are over for Mercedes, Michael. I think they've just ballsed up their development this year. I think they've tried to go really innovative in regards to like the nose side pods, and it just hasn't worked. And they've kind of been a bit stubborn with not changing it. I think they believe it's the right solution, but clearly I don't think it is. Like the way the airflow directs over the car. I think that's one of the reasons why they struggle to switch their tyres on so quickly. They struggle to switch their tyres on compared to Ferrari or Red Bull, because the airflow over the car just doesn't allow them to get the same downforce. Oh, Leclerc's in the pit. He must have a free pit stop. So yeah, I think you'll see a very different Mercedes next year with actual side pods. I think they've cocked up there this year. Go on, FBI. What's up, mate? What you got to say? No, Mikey. No. Now, Piastri's McLaren. Apparently, Alpine are at the contracts tribunal place Monday, so we'll have an answer of whether or not he has breached his contract with Alpine. So yeah, we should find out next week whether Piastri is going to be in that McLaren seat next year. Not last lap yet. We're on lap 43. We are on the last lap now. On the last lap, guys. So it doesn't look like Russell's going to catch Sainz. So the interesting battle here is, can Albon keep his points? He so deserves it. I really hope he can. Leclerc has got to pass Alonso as well. So there's still this. He's on fresh softs. Leclerc will get Alonso. Is Alpine a better car than McLaren? In outright pace it is, yeah. Like in straight line speed, sorry. It's got a better engine. When Verstappen has a bad day, well, yeah, he does. Yeah, his strategy, Red Bull strategy, is so much better than Ferrari, and they're able to fall back on that, whereas Ferrari aren't able to do that. If they have a bit of an off day, they cock up their strategy even more. Come on, Albon. He's got one more lap because Verstappen is not going to catch up with him. Come on, Albon. Turn up the battery. What? Some dumbass channel baited around 500k people, but Michael Schumacher is dead, but he's not. There's some silly people out there, isn't there, unfortunately? They'll do anything for clicks and likes and stuff. The software, it's F1 Live. So you do have to pay a subscription fee, but it's only like £20. Verstappen's won, guys. Verstappen's won. But that we're not over and done with yet. We are this race is not over until Albon crosses the line. Leclerc's got past Alonso. Come on, Albon. Turn the battery up. Stroll's closing. He's closing. He's closing. Oh. Go on. Get through, Lacombe. He's still ahead. Good. Good lad. Right, come on. Don't lose it into Ravage. Come on, Albon. Oh, I have a McLaren GT3 Rim with a Fanatec V2.5 wheelbase. Come on, Albon. He's got one. He needs to turn his battery up. Come on. There's one more opportunity to overtake here, and that's into the bus stop. Stroll is right on him. 0.9 seconds. I don't think he's got it. Look at Albon. He's pulling away. He's pulling away. Just don't spin it. Just don't spin it. Go on, Albon. Go on. Yes! Get in there. Yes, Albon. That was so well deserved. So well deserved. Oh. Tense race, guys. Well, that was interesting. That was interesting. Matt, kind of a bit boring because Max, yeah, as you guys are saying, Max had rocket fuel in his car. There was just an obscene amount of speed he had coming from that engine. So yeah, P1 and P2 for Red Bull. Sainz in P3. Another top 5 for Russell, guys. Mr. Consistency. Leclerc in P5. Good result from the Alpines, 6 and 7, considering the McLarens both finished outside the points. Vettel, good lad Vettel in 8. And Gasly sneaking a P9. And then Albon in P10. Well done, well done. I really thought Norris would make more headway. He had good pace over the practice sessions, but clearly didn't have... clearly didn't have it on race day. How many more years does Hamilton have left? Probably another like 3 or 4, something like that. He's got if you think Alonso's going at 41 years old, Hamilton can still do it. So Hamilton didn't finish, probably top 5, in between around where Russell was. With they just didn't have the pace really. If Leclerc didn't have to pit as early as he did because of getting that visor in his brake duct, he probably would have ended up beating Russell. But yeah, Rick should jump to Alpine. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if his team are gunning for that position. I think a lot of drivers are. I think it suits Gasly, to be fair, but Gasly is tied up into a Red Bull contract with AlphaTauri. So, I think Sebastian's retirement is a sabbatical in return. No, I don't think he will. I think this is it. I think he's a very well-spoken man. I think he'll go into media, similar to how like Jenson Button does and Nico Rosberg, and he'll do things off the track. He's got a family, he's got kids. He'll want to spend time with them. So, but I have got a Discord server, FBI. I have got one. The link is in the description below, guys. Invitation-wise, talk about sim racing, F1. So yeah, feel free to join that. But yes, story of today is the story that I think we all was predicting before we turned on the stream today, and that was Verstappen was going to win this race from 14th. That engine is so powerful, and it wouldn't surprise me, guys. You heard it here first. It wouldn't surprise me if there's a few investigations into his engine in the next week, because that is a considerable time gain he's made on everyone there, even his own teammate. Verstappen had the fastest lap. He had a 50... What did he have? He had a 49.3. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Mercedes will now be... Yeah, Mercedes 100% putting a lot of their focus onto next year. I think they're still trying to really understand their car. It sounds like that they don't have an understanding of what their car is doing. So, but yeah, Marlon, thanks for dropping by, mate. I'll be streaming some content, some like F1 racing content during the week. I've got a couple of days off work, and then we'll be back for Zandvoort next Sunday, guys. Max's home track, so even more home than it was today at the Belgian Grand Prix. Oh, did Leclerc get a 5-second penalty? Well done. Well, not well done, because it's a 5-second penalty, but speeding in the pit lane? No. That just tops off his day, doesn't it? I haven't played Grand Prix Legends, no. No, I haven't. Cheers, Jaco. No worries, mate. Yeah, I have tried AMS2. Great. It is really good in VR. I've done a few videos on it. Yeah, FBI, thanks for dropping in, buddy. Thank you. I'll try and not literally break an arm or a leg, so that I can still make the stream next week. Max Rebel could make the beat him in Falcon. But guys, I've got to end the stream there. I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got other things that I need to crack on and do. So thank you everyone who tuned in. As always, remember to hit that like and subscribe button, guys. Everyone who has subbed, really appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the channel. You can become a member of the channel as well. I think it's £1.79, so cheaper than a cup of coffee, where you get a nice members badge and some emojis to use in chat as well. So it all helps support the stream. I do pay for this content, but it's in front of us. As I said, it's a subscription-based service. So no, really appreciate you guys, and hope you enjoyed that. Remember to follow me, here and on Twitter and TikTok as well. So yeah, big thank you to everyone. Have a good rest of your weekend. If you're in the UK, have a good bank holiday, and we'll see you all next week. See you guys. Bye. Hang on.